Alright guys, we are back today with the Focus Wagon, and I believe the last time this was on the channel was back in the spring, and that was like in the first 2 weeks or so that I had owned it. And pretty much since then, I drove the car for maybe, I don't know, maybe 3,000 miles, 4,000 miles, and that was within the span of a month. And that's what it took for me to realize this car was not a good highway car. So if you guys do remember, I had given my sister the Buick. I kind of traded cars with her, and gave her the Buick, sold her old Focus, and I drove this. Anyways, this was not a good highway car. Didn't have the passing power I liked. The mileage wasn't as good as the Buick, believe it or not. I do apologize for the noise. It's about the thunderstorm right here, and I have very little time to get a video of this car. And as I said, the Buick got better mileage. It was more comfortable of a car on the freeway, and that was an amazing car. But unfortunately, a few errors were going on with that, so I had to get rid of it. There were some repairs that needed to be done that were really expensive, and it just wasn't worth the car. So I got rid of it. So one way or another, she would have ended up with this, whether it had been this past spring or probably the beginning of summer. So she's driven it that whole time, and nothing really has gone on with it, other than like a burnt out headlight bulb in the front, a fog light bulb burned out, of course, which I had replaced. And I think she picked up a few door dings from the high school parking lot. I don't really care either way. The previous Arabic owner that could speak maybe 5 words of English, that had drove this in Dearborn and Detroit again for the past 4 years, not much else could have happened to it, and it's actually stayed in really good shape for staying in that city for such a long time. That was from the previous owner, and the bumper rash down there, I think this is a new mark from her. Yeah, that's a new mark, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not an expensive car. And I got into a freeway incident back when I had got it, and unfortunately she drives down dirt roads and never cleans the car, and so I'm always stuck with cleaning it, which is very little. I've cleaned it maybe 5 times since she started driving it, and unfortunately the rocker panels are getting rusted, and the dirt's getting in there, and the moisture is soaking in, and so they're getting a little worse. So the car is going to college next week, a couple hours away from where we live, so it's probably not going to be taken care of all that great. So unfortunately, the next time this car probably gets shown is either going to be smashed, the front end's going to be smashed up, or it's just going to be totally rotted out. But it's been a great car, and I'd like to get it back when she gets another one, but we'll see how that all goes. The tires I put on the car, they are used Bridgestone Serenity Plus tires. I paid like under $200 for these, and they were like 90% tread life, and they're still pretty good, and they have really good ratings, and I couldn't justify putting new tires on this, especially when you can get there's so many used ones out there you can get for half the price. Then I put new brakes on the front back when I got it as well, ceramic, cross drill, and slotted. They're not a whole lot extra than regular brakes. If not, I think they're cheaper. I think it should probably get a rear brake job at some point, but I don't think it's going to be driven a whole lot in college, so it's no big deal. And again, I had very little time to clean it, so it's getting a little more rusty, but this door was kind of shot anyways. It's just going to get much more worse. And I have had no time to wipe the door jambs down, so all I really did today was give it a half-ass vacuum, because again, it was just trash. Threw an all-weather floor mat in there. I took the good floor mats and put them in my Escape today, so I'd rather save that carpet than this carpet. And then these floor mats on top of the other ones are just out of my 2012 Fusion Sport I had in the garage laying around. So that was a nice little feature to throw in here, I guess. And no clutch pedal, so we'll just start it up and look at the mileage. 137, 492. Again, it's been trouble-free. It's had an oil change yesterday. Headlights, radio, it's all been trouble-free. It's just been a little commuter car for her. It's nothing too serious. It's not really worth taking care of like a show car, but again, it'd be nice if she can make it through college in this thing, but we'll see. This window right here, it seems to have fallen off the track. It still rolls down, it rattles in there, and as you see, it doesn't want to roll down right now, so yeah, I'm gonna put a piece of tape over that switch so she doesn't break it in college. Going back here, unfortunately she's never vacuumed it since she started driving it, so I vacuumed it for the first time in 6 months today. And there's just girl stuff, and it smells like girl in here, so I tried to bomb it with that. But other than that, it's been a really not too bad of a car. Just a few little minor things. She got a flat tire. She hit a pothole. I know she did. So anyways, we got that fixed. Then back here, we have a full-size spare again, which she had fucked it up on a dirt road, so that got all nasty in there. But overall, again, I have no complaints. It's unfortunate. This was actually a nice hatch, no rust hatch with the chrome trim on it, and it's going to be getting rusty here, unfortunately. I think this car is too far gone for me to try to even want to save. So we'll see how it progresses. It's probably going to get bad pretty quick, knowing what I know about these cars. But as long as the motor runs, it's all right. I do need to clean the air filter out, and it's again, she drives on nothing but dirt roads, so it's been getting really dusty and dirty under here. Unfortunately, I really had it cleaned when I bought it. It looks really good. I would love to put a coat of wax on it, but I just don't think that's going to be the case, just due to time and all that. But there's a quick little update on the wagon for you guys. So as usual, thanks for watching. We'll talk to y'all later.